It would help if I unmuted my mic. Hey everyone, hope you're having a good week. We are here for Helldivers Quest, Drop 6. Let me put on my glasses. Aha. And now we will get right into it. Changing format just a little bit, putting all the housekeeping at the end of it so we can just dive into this. So, Helldivers Quest Drop 6. We left off with deciding to go interdict the Automaton forces with Sierra 2, leaving Tango 3 behind to launch the ICBM missile. Alright. With that, we are on to part 1. Aesir Pass, launch facility, June 18th, 2184. Operation Saving Minuteman. Good enough, he slapped Tango 3's pauldron on your way past him, knocking off Caked Muck. Trotting up to a gallop along the buckling path, it gives way to a former mudflat that ran thin enough to harden over the clearing between the launch facility's fringe and the dead woods to the north. Some benches, light fixtures, and crates lie at odd angles, frozen into the solidified mudslide after being swept away. Sierra 2 is on your heels until you jerk a hand to the northeast, and she instantly takes her meaning. The Quasar cannon bounces awkwardly on her shoulder as she peels away, as she goes to hunt bigger game than you. You add, Tango, when you get to putting in the chords, open the panel under the screen, hook a tablet up, and call me. Roger that. The sanguine response is betrayed by the whining chatter of his sickle echoing in the cold air. There is no time to stop and consider turning back to help, with seemingly hundreds of pairs of red, glowing eyes glimmering through the gray and dead foliage ahead of you. You reach the tree line just as the first troopers do. The dozen of them halt short, red scanners glaring to life as they process her presence. Raising a Liberator carbine, you plug 2 white faceplates with a pair of bullets before the act shorts their processes to an action state. A dozen scarlet bolts of energy buzz through the air, most of it sailing past harmlessly toward the launch facility. Excuse me. The launch facility are splintering chunks of petrified wood off trees. Diving away behind a plume of fungal land coral, you lay there for a dozen seconds and pick off half as many troopers marching around the corner. Then, feeling the stamping and clanking of scout striders approaching through the ground and hearing the synthetic chatter of charging troopers running to flank, you scramble to your feet and run east along the tree line. A loud, meaty thwack echoes through the air a short distance away, originating from S2 HUD icon. Then, a few bursts of carbine fire. To the south is more whining chatter of T3's laser rifle. You thumb the fire selector to burst and hose down 5 troopers surrounding the back corner of your cover. They are a mix of automatons that have single and dual arm blades. The shortened Liberator clicks empty before the last one goes down. Too many of your primary weapon's bullets impact the dead trees behind them because of the overtuned and poorly balanced weapon jumping and kicking against your shoulder. Obliging the bastard prototype, you drop it to your left hip and draw your sidearm. After transitioning from your thigh plate to your hands in a shooting position in a quick fluid motion, the verdict clears the air with a single loud bark that echoes over the treetops. Your pistol blows the bladed automaton's upper body off its legs. There is no time to savor the irony of the P113, your sidearm, being more reliable than your carbine. Heavy thwacking erupts out of the dual energy cannons as the first strider clears the fungal reef and takes a poorly aimed initial volley. It takes out a smaller tree nearby, and you bolt around the other side of the cover, fleeing up the flanking axis of the automaton advance and deeper into the grayscale and mist-saturated woods. Contact with you ripples through the clanker host. With malign, centralized intent, the automatons veer away from the launch facility and are running pursuit of you. Part 2. The Dead Woods. I'm telling you, when I say there's 2 blue wires striped white, there's 2 blue wires striped white. No, you yell back at Tango, taking your frustration out on the trooper in front of you by cracking the butt of your heavy pistol against its middle cranium, and then drawing your single throwing knife, driving it under the automaton's chin to disconnect its electronic spine. One wire is blue striped with white, the other is white striped with blue, you explain in measured breaths, running for cover behind another tree where you can safely reload. Where you were becomes saturated by a volley of precise fire, followed by a rocket sailing over your shoulder and exploding your prospective cover into a million shards. Tango roars in the comms link, his sickle chattering in the background. That's the same damn thing! You throw yourself to the right, escaping another volley of red energy, and find shelter behind a fungal reef topped by violet bloom. Well, what other cables are there? A yellow one straight across the bottom! Picking yourself up along the coarse porous growth, you change the empty magazine out of your verdict and pant. Unplug top blue, right side and plug above. A thundering thwack drowns you out, but not as much as Sierra's victory cheers overcomes. Say again, Tango demands. Yellow, unplug the top blue wire's right side and plug it into the port directly above the yellow's right side. It'll cross over the middle blue. Forget the damn stripes. It worked! The screen changed. It's beeping. Why is it beeping? You have to let the answer go for now, as you slam a fresh magazine into your carbine, then immediately dump the entire mag, panicked, into a heavy Devastator's face as it turns the corner of your haven. Charlie, the damn idiot's beeping! Local, grid, conversion, sequence, you explain in staccato, backpedaling through the dead woods, barking each word with a squeeze of the verdict's trigger, and popping off a bladed trooper swarming towards you. How many beeps in the tone? Another thwack echoes. You reload your pistol while sprinting. Charlie waits for Sierra's whooping to subside before calmly stating, 6. Damn knowing. What color is lighting up? Back under the screen, there should be 4 diamonds forming a bigger diamond. Getting distance from the clanker horde, your blood stops pounding and allows you to better recall the ICBM control console's manual you looted and read last month. Blue. The bottom diamond's lit. Then add 6 to... You stop, mind and feet grinding to a halt in the dirt. The top diamond is blue. Nah, top screen. You're looking at it upside down, you yell, 3 rockets blasting overhead and knocking down a tight grouping of smaller trees ahead of you as you race to link up with Sierra. Dead Woods. Again, for part 3. A tinny ringing penetrates your skull from somewhere within your ears. Muffled thumps echo into your helmet from all around. Tinkling becomes a crashing, thunder-like rain on a tin roof. Your consciousness returns with your stunned motor functions, prompting your body to begin riding and picking itself up instinctively. The hailstorm of dirt and small, rocky shards continues to pelt off your armor. Distantly, you are numbly aware as you watch your right hand grab a stem and jab it into the base of your neck. Then, within a single heartbeat, you become hyper-aware of your surroundings. The tinnitus clears, giving way to your pounding heart. The dull, lazy movements of your limbs tighten up. Your eyes flick around, racing to assess the situation. Thwack! Sierra misses the Hulk's eye because of it turning a track where your limp body was flung. Instead of a killing shot, the Automaton Heavy Walker has its rocket-slinging arm blown off in an explosion that sends it staggering. Without wasting a beat of your pounding heart, you lunge forth towards the damaged Hulk. Red laser bolts sizzle all around you from a crossfire of converging forces. Overhead, another flare is launched as you veer around the Heavy Walker's burning side. It's getting to a stop so hard that you fall on your ass and enter a foot-first sporting slide. You raise your Liberator carbine and dump its magazine within a few seconds into the sparking heat sinks, lighting up the Hulk's backside. I forgot to change the music this entire time. Good job, me. Got too into reading it. The critical assembly lights up in electric flames, showering you with sparks and knocking you a few yards away from secondary explosions setting off within the dying Hulk as it keels over. You only rise to your knee when a trio of belching jump packs ignite, dropping the empty Liberator to your hip, You draw your verdict and catch 2 of the descending raiders with the heavy bullets. Their jump packs ignite, showering you with flaming metal bits as the third lands close enough that the backwash of its pack bakes your front. Rising to meet the challenger, you drive the base of your palm under the chin of the clanker's faceplate. While it is reeling back, you then grab its rapid-fire energy carbine, jerk it up at the automaton's center mass, and force the trigger. Whack! Instead of another Hulk blundering towards you through the dead woods, Sierra strikes the engine nacelle of an approaching dropship. It immediately enters a horizontal death spin, flinging its belly-slung Hulk and gaggle of Devastators before the mothership ignites in a shuddering explosion. Its concussive blast is close enough that it knocks you a foot back. Overhead, there is a roaring. It takes a moment for you to place while picking off the exposed pilot of a Scout Strider approaching Sierra. When you recognize the roar of a sustained focus explosion, its light glares overhead as the ICBM continues its vertical launch. The missile will gain altitude before looping down to strike your AO, hopefully far enough away to spare the SEAF training facility. "I'm out of here!" Tango yells with a hoot and holler over the chattering of his laser rifle and the comm's background noise. "Where are we linking up?" You sprint to cover behind the Hulk you destroyed, reloading both of your weapons while eyeing the increasingly thinned out forest for an escape route. "East! Forget these toasters! Disengage!" Overhead, the piercing yellow light of the ICBM's motor flickers away. It is still visible, however, as the motor now backlights the nuclear missile approaching your patch of Aesir Pass, far faster than it departed. As you and Sierra 2 charge past a group of regular Devastators, using trees for cover, the ICBM impacts to the north within a blink of the eye. The gray gloom of the world is suddenly lit up with the intensity of 1,000 sunrises at Prosperity, Super Earth's golden capital city. Charcoal clouds and black space above are blown out by a hellish amber preceding the rumbling. Trees around shake violently in the loose soil before quickly uprooting and falling over, the smaller ones flying away. Tremors from the nuclear blast stir muck into entrapping death pits that swallow dead flora and automaton alike around you. Ash and dust clouds, blown out from the ground zero of the nuclear blast, roar overhead, with faster wind speeds than you can fathom, dimming the burning light. You and Sierra are forced to huddle up against a stone outcropping, riding out the explosion until it is safe to stand without being blown away. If Tango 3 translated the ICBM's target coordinates correctly, then it should have impacted a relatively, hopefully, safe distance to the northwest, beyond the automaton jammer and air defense objectives. There is no doubt that all of those have been destroyed, being reduced to smoking radioactive ash. You hope that the rising terrain those installations were built on will protect the SEAF base from the worst of the nuclear blast. From here, there are only 2 places to go for your mission: the SEAF training base itself to round up any survivors and attempt extraction, or to the old motor pool east of the main base where enemy salvage teams were intending to build mortars. It is now time for the Managed Democracy Ballots. Hey there, Captain Rum Panda. I'll check your comments in just a moment. Ballot 1, the SEAF base. Rally with the SEAF and Ministry of Truth survivors to effect an extraction as soon as possible. Or Ballot 2, mortar construction. Sabotage and stop the automatons from beginning their bombardment of the SEAF base. And you can vote by liking the comment in the comment below the video that I will put once this live stream is ended, because I can't put the comments in until it's over. Alright, that was Helldivers Quest Drop 6. Let's hear those horns while I bring up the comments so I can read them. Yeah, this is a community RPG that I've been experimenting with on this YouTube format. This is the 6th, I call them drops, the 6th update for this quest. This is Helldivers Quest, where we are Charlie 1, part of the squad leader of the, what the hell was it called? Super Operations Detachment Sigma, that was it. And our mission is to rescue a Ministry of Truth team on the occupied world of Aesir Pass. This taking place 2 months ago now, early June, because it was when I started the quest, and at the time Aesir Pass was occupied. Thanks for dropping by, though. But I am going to go ahead and end the quest there, so I can get the comments in and get the voting up. That is the streams for the week. My normal streaming schedule is Monday through Thursday. I might do an extra stream on the weekend again, just to finish playing through Nobody Wants to Die, which is a cool little tech noir sci-fi detective game that I've really been enjoying. Alright, I hope you all have a fantastic Friday and weekend. Take care, everyone. Again, you can vote by liking the comment with the ballot you want down below after this ends. Captain Panda says, don't let High Command hear about this. You should be spreading democracy, not sitting around reading story. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for not reporting me. Hope you have a great weekend. Take care, everyone. That was almost perfect timing with the horns. Take care, everyone.